sponsored by Coda Kitchen and the Canna Boss Lady and Lux 45, the lifestyle boutique. I'm Lee Navlin, and I'm joined once again by SOMA's favorite minority woman, Ileana Castillo.
Hey, Lee. How are you?
Ileana, it's good to see you.
I know, it's been a while.
Ileana was in the Dominican Republic visiting her mom. I was actually in Florida visiting my mom. So this is the first time we're together. Well, actually, I did run into you at the Maplewoodstock.
We did briefly, but that's correct, yes.
Now, you hugged me hello. Now, Ileana does the face painting, the glitter painting, for those of you unfamiliar. For the children, you'll face paint an adult too, and so you had face paint on, and you hugged me hello, and it was 150 degrees.
I know, it was very hot.
So all the glitter from your face kind of got meshed up into my face. So I'm walking around Maplewoodstock covered in like glitter, but it wasn't really a picture. It was just kind of the remnants of the glitter from your face. So thank you for that, Ileana. I appreciate
you're
it.
very welcome. My pleasure.
So how was the Dominican Republic? You were visiting your mom, right?
Yeah, it was very hot.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? The air was so hot as New Jersey, but it's a different kind of hot.
It was hot and humid and 150 degrees, and what about that hurricane? That hurricane didn't.
It didn't pass by us. We just got like a little bit of hot rain for a minute. DR's like Florida, that it's so sunny, and in a second it can turn dark and tons of rain. But no, we didn't get it. Thank God. It went south.
No, Liliana. One of our earlier podcasts, and I forgot which one it was, you mentioned that you grew up with two moms.
Yes, two moms.
So you just have one mom.
One passed away 10 years ago.
Gotcha.
And 15 years ago. The other one is still alive. That's the one that is 91 years old.
That's kind of 91, God bless. But that's kind of cool. You had two moms growing up. I had three moms growing up, actually.
Oh, really? It was the third one?
Yeah. I had a very kinky family.
I know.
So that's kind of cool. But so your mom, does she ever come here to the United States, or she's had enough of this place?
I didn't come with good. I came back with a broken heart because Mom is 91 and she's kind of those old school moms that they think that they can still do everything.
Yes.
And they're in that stage like, no, I can still do it, but they know they can't, but they still want to do it.
Yes.
Mom doesn't want to come back to the United States. She does not. She wants to stay in DR with her own home, her neighbors. I get it, but
I can't blame her. Yeah, my mom's in Boca Raton, and she doesn't like to do anything. But that's the Jewish thing in Boca Raton. You have people.
Really, I would think the old school Jewish people would still be like want to do their own stuff. Like they're in denial that they need help.
Nah, you pay people to do things for you. That's how it works.
Well, Mom has people, but she still, even though she has people that come and help her with cleaning the house and everything, she still wants to do things. And I was like, sit down, but she can't.
Yeah, no, I understand. But if she had come up here to Maplewoodstock, would she have helped you with the face paint? Because I know you didn't have anyone helping you.
No, she probably would have waited for me at home watching TV.
But you were good. I mean, you had a line around the block of kids. Every time I walked over there to say hello to you, you were too busy.
Saturday was pretty busy in Maplewoodstock. I just do it for the fun. I don't do it for the money. I really do kind of like talk with the parents and with the kids. I love kids.
Now, did you enjoy Maplewoodstock this year? Maplewoodstock 2024?
I did. I saw a lot of things, the things you see in Maplewoodstock. But I had fun. I had my daughter the whole time with me, so it was interesting. It was my first time that I had a booth there.
All right,
that was my first.
I know you face painted before, but you were just kind of doing that a rogue, right? Just kind of like walking
I usually was on Mark Slade tent. He's a realtor, and I was always there with him. But I was like, you know what, this year I'm going to do it solo.
Yeah.
So I was in the kids section, and it was pretty interesting. I met a lot of interesting people.
You know who hates Maplewoodstock?
Who?
My wife.
Really? Why?
She hated it. And every year I bring her back to Maplewoodstock thinking this is going to be the year that she likes it. She always acts like it's the first time she's been there. Like, where am I supposed to sit? Well, I got some lawn chairs. I don't want to sit in a lawn chair. How about prefer I don't want to sit in a blanket. I'm going to sit in a blanket all day. It's like
she didn't look happy.
No, she was not happy. She wants them to charge money so that the bands are better. That's what she says, and maybe they'll provide seating. That's what she would like, And then she sees the canopy. She's like, "Why can't I sit under that?" So I had to explain those are, they had a lottery or whatever for the.
They had a lottery. That is my understanding, but you had to put money on it. Like there was something that who had the higher bid had.
Yes, right. So that's what she says. She finds this out. Now she's furious at me. Why didn't you do it? I said, because why would I get a canopy if it's just going to be the two of us and you're probably not even going to stay?
There are other canopies that they were for free, but you had to be there early or something.
So then I'm like, let's just go to the beer garden, right? So we start walking up the hill. The beer garden's not at the top of the hill anymore.
No, it's on the other side.
Right,
correct.
So we get to the baseball field, and it's 100 degrees on the baseball field. Now she's even angrier. She's like, why is the beer garden not under trees? She's like, what kind of beer garden isn't under trees? This makes no sense to me. The beer is too warm. And then they ID her. They ask for proof. And she's like, she's a 50-something-year-old woman. And she's like, so now she's mad about that. And then there's another line for the tickets, right? So you wait on line.
Oh, yeah.
So then you got to wait in line for the beer, for the warm beer, and then you stand in the sun because there's a couple tables, a couple umbrellas, but it's.
You do know why they put the beer on the other side.
Yeah.
Because the beer was taken. Well, you remember back in the days, the beer garden was up the hill.
Right, yeah, under trees.
With the food truck. But as the event got bigger and bigger and bigger, they needed to put more people in the back, so they switched all that to the other side to fit more people in. Didn't you walk in the back up the hill?
Yeah, it was
even way beyond the hill. There's tons of people sitting in the back.
Yeah, I wanted to walk back, but she wouldn't go. She was like, no,
I didn't recognize anybody in the back, but there was a lot of people sitting way almost near the train station. That was full of people. It's the event is getting bigger.
Yeah, so I tried to explain it to her. So then listen to this. So then we run. So we know a lot of people in town, Ileana, as you know. Very. So we run into the organizers of Maplewoodstock and they're like, "Hey, Lee Brown, great to see you. Would you guys like to come back to the VIP section?" So we're like, "Of course, we'd like to come back."
I didn't even know there was a VIP section. They didn't offer me a VIP section.
So we go to the VIP section. It's air conditioned. They have drinks, and so we get there. And I'm like, "Well, this will be cool." Brown, my wife's Brown. We get in there, and she's like, "This is the rec center." I'm sorry, Maplewoodstock, I'm giving away your secrets, but this is the rec center. This is where I sign my kid up for Little League. This is not a VIP section. I go, "No, this is perfect." But
I didn't even know there was a VIP
But she's happy with the air conditioning. But then she's still annoyed, because she doesn't feel it's as VIP-ish as it should be, right? You know what I mean? And then the band, remember Jones? That was the last band on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
So my wife's last name is Jones. So of course I say, "Hey, remember Jones? Remember my wife Jones?" And so they laugh. She doesn't. She doesn't think I'm funny at all. So now I'm embarrassed. She's and I don't know who these guys are. Why are they the headliners? I've never heard of them before. This is no good. Why don't they try? She was charging the money so they get them.
Let me guess. Did your wife wanted like a concierge or Egyptian cotton?
She wanted to leave. The whole time. So, and that's why when I was covered in the glitter, she didn't even mention it because she was so mad at me. So I'm walking around talking to Remember Jones, and I'm talking to these other VIPs, and, I'm feeling like I'm the coolest guy around, and I've got glitter up and down my face, Ileana.
Sorry about that. I glittered several people. My bad.
Yeah. But did you know what my favorite band was? That heavy metal band.
A lot of people, and then in the kids section, because parents talk a lot, I was hearing a couple of parents saying, like, a lot of parents liked it. Other parents thought it was kind of annoying. I was kind of enjoying it. I thought it was something different.
Yeah, me too. But people were making faces, like they're making angry, like Soma faces, like, this is unacceptable. I like cowbells and African type of music. Yeah, I don't like this
I thought
hardcore.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, this is something different. It's not something you hear every Maplewoodstock.
People were angry, but I thought they kicked ass.
I liked it. I'm sure Paul Haley would have liked that one.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, definitely Paul Haley would have liked it. But by the way, Paul Haley, he's back on SOMA Talks.
Yes, and he's making his round again. Right. He's up there.
Right. So the big stories this week are basically Paul J. Haley's back on SOMA Talks. Trump was shot. Right, but let's talk about Paul first. Now,
wait, we didn't finish talking about Maplewoodstock.
Oh, you're right. Were we talking about Maplewoodstock?
Who did you see at Maplewoodstock?
Okay. Well, a shout out to Tarquin Learned. Tarquin is one of the organizers, and he's a great musician, and he was the guy that invited us back to the VIP section.
Yeah, Jamie Ross was very grateful. He was very helpful in a lot of things.
I don't like Jamie Ross from the MOL days.
Really?
No, don't like him at all. I don't have anything personally against him, but because he banned me so many times from that site.
Was it him or his brother?
Both of them. So no doubt about it. Jamie used to blame his brother. Oh, that's Dave did that. I'm like, no, Jamie, you know what? It was you. So Jamie was, we had in the VIP section, Jamie's carrying these heavy things in from his car, I guess, for whatever reason.
Oh, he was always carrying.
Yeah, so he's carrying, he works hard. He works as hard. So I was right there. I could have helped him, and he needed a second guy to help him lift something up. And guess what I did?
What?
I didn't help.
Come on.
I didn't help. I was like, hell with this guy. Guy banned me 100 times. I'd rather see him.
Come on.
I'd rather see him blow out his back, than so anyway. So I watched him sweating and lifting and struggling, and but I had my hands full with my wife. So so because she only wanted to leave, I only wanted to stay. A lot of work, Ileana. I'm telling you. You know what? You're single right now, and I highly recommend you stay single. For all you people that are married out there, I'm sorry. Marriage is tough. It's you made a mistake. We all made a mistake. Ileana's the only one who knows what she's doing.
I don't know about that, but the organizers. Oh, I forgot his name. He's such a sweet guy. He's
Jim Robertson. He's one of the organizers.
No, the other one, the black guy. Oh,
black guy.
Greg. What's his name? I'm trying to find him on Facebook. He's such a nice dude. Oh, he's gonna kill me if he hears this, and I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
he was up in the stage next to Jamie.
When they were waving. Is he,
Kevin. You don't know Kevin?
No, I don't
Kevin.
think so.
I forgot his name.
It turns out I don't know.
He's one of the organizers. And he's always in the section of selling.
It turns out I don't know any of the black organizers at Maplewoodstock.
Yeah.
I apologize to the African American community of SOMA. I apparently only know some of the white organizers. But the white organizers I do know, with the exception of Jamie Ross, are lovely people. Kevin, I don't know you, but I'm looking forward next year to meeting you. You're going to love my wife.
Who are you talking about?
I think we're talking about Kevin, right?
Oh, it's Kevin. I think it's Kevin Chandler.
Kevin Chandler. Oh, Kevin Chandler. Shout out to you, my man.
Is it him? Yeah.
You guys put on a great show. Kevin, Jamie, Tarek, and the rest of you. I joke around. Yeah. Good job. Hard work. There's Jim Robertson. And I feel bad because I don't have the list in front of me.
Kevin Chandler, that's him. You look at his picture. You'd know him.
Let me see.
He's been around.
I don't know him. I don't know him. Yeah.
Kevin Chandler, hugs and kisses for you. Yeah. He's part of the organizer.
Very, very handsome guy. No wonder you wanted to show me his picture.
Kevin Chandler.
Is he a single man by any chance, Ileana?
I don't know if he's single or not. Oh, you really think I know her? But no, I don't know if he's single. But
well, Kevin, I got to tell you something. You saw what Ileana was wearing right now, Kevn. Boy, oh boy!
Wow, stop him!
You look fantastic,
Kevin Chandler. I always see him on Maplewood, in Maplewood, South Orange, and we always brothers and sisters, we hug each other. He's such a nice guy.
Well, who isn't one hugging you? Everyone's hugging you.
Yeah,
especially in that outfit. Ileana, by the way, is wearing this beautiful dress. She looks absolutely good. Now,
it's hot. This is the time to put summer dresses on.
I know it is a little bit hot, actually. But, ladies and gentlemen, Ileana, we haven't seen each other in a week, so she's actually sitting on my lap right here in the studio. That's how much we missed each other.
I know. But what else did you see? You know who I saw a lot on Maplewoodstock? A lot of MOLers, old MOLers.
I saw S. Benoit. Remember him? He was S. Benoit.
Yes, he's the photographer guy.
Sorry, we're giving out your old identity from 100 years ago.
You know, he's a listener. He came up to me one time. He was like, "Oh, I listened to your podcast," and he loved it. He really was. He's a listener. Yes, Benoit. Yeah.
Who is he like better, you or me? Did he mention that?
Probably me. Probably me. Probably me.
I don't disagree.
I did saw this couple. They were so nice couple. They recently moved out. They were an MOL. There were Tomcat and Tabby.
Okay.
They just sold their house. I saw them in Maplewoodstock, and they just moved out. I was like, why are all the best?
For those of you unfamiliar with we're talking Maplewood Online, it was the site that before there was Facebook, everybody. That's how Maplewood became such an argumentative, disagreeable,
from Maplewood
hardcore, online. F you neighbor, F you Board of Ed, site. It's all started on Maplewood Online.
I met a lot of friends there.
And it also became a great place to make friends and enemies. But
you know who I saw too? Ben Salmon. You remember Ben Selmo?
Did he own the?
Yeah, the kitchen a la mode. He was there. He was sitting with Alyssa or Liza.
Yeah, he and I became
Molly
friendly.
Spina,
He got mad at me many years ago. I remember that.
I haven't seen him in years, and I went up to him and I said
but he was a
hi.
good guy. Yeah, and he built that kitchen a la mode. I think.
I remember.
I think he worked his ass off, and people were like, I remember at the time, like, oh, you can't have a local business. It's not going to work. And he was like,
and he won and did his thing.
Yeah,
But kitchen a la mode. I remember. I haven't seen that guy in years.
Yeah.
I saw Molly Spina. She was there too.
Malaspina now, apparently some charges were just dropped. I saw she mentioned it on...
let's talk about that one because
Yeah.
I'm really curious about that one.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
So
Now,
I didn't even know.
I want to get her on. You think she'd come on, or maybe she's still got some
eventually
stuff
she will.
going? Yeah.
I think eventually she will.
Because people gang up against her because she had the audacity to run for Board of Ed, get elected, and then have an opinion that was different than the majority of the people that are
apparently
following
Board
a
of
local,
Ed,
annoying, loud, obnoxious group of women and some men.
Well, apparently, someone from the Board of Ed, I think it was Miney, sued her for the. I'm trying to look for it exactly what was the thing.
Right. Yeah, but the bottom line is that she goes on there and she says, hey, she explains this, and so I see people kind of, well, why don't you say something about Frank? The charge is being dropped against Frank. So I said to somebody, I said, well, why? That's not her job to say that.
It was
the charge against Frank. That's Frank's job or whatnot. And then they really started coming after me for defending her. You know what, people in this community, hey, I'm talking to the people of SOMA right now. Knock it off with attacking neighbors that run for office. It's bullshit, okay? If they do something you don't like, you vote them out of office, but you don't keep picking on them, okay? Because they're your neighbor, they may have done something you don't like, but you're getting out of control with the attacks, the personal attacks, the blaming. People make mistakes. People don't make mistakes. People have opinions, whatnot. But I didn't like the way they were coming after Malaspina.
Well, it was the ethic, the school ethics commission. They they cleared her from all the things, and
she was happy, and she let people know.
For our listeners, to make it short, a Board of Ed member. It's on the internet. It was Maney that went after Malaspina because allegedly she was promoting candidates on her Facebook page. Apparently, you can't do that. So
who can't?
The Board of Ed, because Malaspina at the time she was at the Board of Ed. No, you can't. Apparently, no.
If you're on the Board of Ed, you can't say, by the way, I'm endorsing my good friend to have a seat next to me?
No, apparently you're not. That's what I'm trying to see. That but that was basically they found no grounds to punish Malaspina because they were saying that she was kind of promoting other candidates for the Board of Ed, and the School of Ethics cleared her on all accounts, and that was someone from the Board of Ed.
Oh, so that had nothing to do with the Davis stuff or whatever?
No, that's not from the Davis. This is another thing.
And the kid.
It's just there's so many things going on. No, this one was they went after her from the.
Guys, this is crazy.
And this is coming from someone that has promoted candidates. That's the hypocrisy that people were calling out.
Right, they're calling out to say, hey, you're not allowed to do what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Come on, we've seen what you've been promoting other people.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? So I'm at Maplewoodstock, and I run into...
oh, wait, congratulations, Elisa. Sorry. I'm happy that you're cleared, and come on, guys, let's not go after each other.
Malice, you're kick ass in my book. All right, you're a good woman. I've met you a few times. You're funny as fuck. You know, sorry I'm cursing, but I needed people to know that you're a really funny, nice, cool woman. Whatever happened. Not my business. So I run into a guy. His name's Michael E. Goldberg. He's not the Michael Goldberg we know. He's the other Michael Goldberg.
There's another Michael Goldberg?
There's another Michael Goldberg in Maplewood. He's a publisher. I said he actually wants to interview us. He does one of the and I apologize.
I didn't know about it.
So apparently him and Michael Goldberg don't get along. Our Michael Goldberg from SOMA
Is he?
Talks.
I'm just assuming he's Jewish.
Yeah, of course.
too.
Yeah, with the name Michael Goldberg.
Goldberg,
So they apparently they don't get along. He said. So anyway, so I was kind of goofing with the guy. I'm like, it'd be great, like if we got you guys into like a ring, Michael Goldberg versus Michael Goldberg, and had them go at it. And then we could have like somebody from like SOMA Palestine be like the referee.
My God, stop.
Like and but anyway, So there are two Michael.
What did he
Goldberg.
publish?
He publishes, is it not? It's not Maplewood Matters magazine, but it's a magazine. And I apologize, Michael. I'm sorry. I'm just talking off the top of my head. And next time, Michael, if you're listening, Ego, I'll make sure that I mention your publication in full.
Full detail.
But can you imagine that two guys named Michael Goldberg don't get along?
I saw Michael Goldberg. I did see Michael Goldberg on Maplewoodstock.
You saw him there?
Yeah, I saw that, and I sat down with him, and he, you know what? I'll give credit to Michael Goldberg. He can be a funny dude.
Yeah, he's very funny. That's why we talk about him all the time.
I know, and
he could also be very.
we were judging everybody,
but he also can be very unfunny at times too.
Well, when he has to be serious, he can be serious. I was sitting next to him, and we were judging everybody.
Hey, Michael's like, this band is anti-Semitic. I can tell. Did you hear the lyric?
That would be Michael Goldberg.
Stop the music! Stop the music! You guys, let's go. Hit the road. Hit the road.
I can see that. I know. So, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about everything because, we were like kind of like 3 weeks off the radio, and we have a list of a lot of things that we want to talk about.
We're thinking about having a guest on, but, we're like,
we're just making it all the two of us.
Right. There's so much shit going on.
So let me tell you this. Well, we were away and everything. So Sanchez reinstated.
Right.
He's back in the saddle.
Yeah, right. He's
tenured.
Yeah, he's tenured now. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so they can't get now if he pushes another kid down a flight of stairs or whatever. Allegedly, nothing they can do about it. Yeah.
I cannot wait to see that video. I know people are battling me about it, but I want to see the video. I cannot wait until someone make that video public because I have a feeling that if people see that video, they're going to be like, I don't know if I want my kid to be in that
There are
situation.
So many people right now that you talk to. I was talking to a young mother. By the way, so during Maplewoodstock, when we went to, it was too hot. My wife's like, I want air conditioning because we had to leave the VIP section. So we're like, let's go to Coda, our sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
Coda, by the way. Coda was packed, so we couldn't even get a seat at the bar.
I'm sure it was packed.
Packed, absolutely packed. So I said, let's go down to the pub, to the St. James Gate.
Yeah.
So that's where I found out Trump was shot at St. James Gate. What were you talking about originally?
I was talking about Sanchez reinstated.
So I meet a woman there, and her kids 14 years old, getting ready for the high school, and she was just saying what so many other parents are saying, I don't want to send my kid to Columbia High School. I do not want to send my kid to Columbia High School.
Me too. My daughter was begging me. I think I said it before. My daughter was begging me not to take her to Columbia High School. I was like, why? She was like, well, because we hear everything that is going on. It's a free-for-all. There's no organization. It's like the West Wild. Like, everybody's, like, got to defend themselves. And she said that none of her friends want to go to Columbia High School. I was like, look, give it a year.
Right.
Try.
Yeah.
Try. I had a parent that told me, like, hey, when you have a chance, let me know what teachers your daughter have, and I'll let you know how to monitor that, because apparently there's some teachers that are...
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
I mean, I want to give Columbia High School a chance.
Of course, it's a great history, great school, great community. I mean, South Orange, Maple... Hey, by the way, you know who I ran into at the at Maplewoodstock?
Go ahead.
I ran into Nancy Adams, Mayor Nancy Adams.
I heard she was there. I did not see her, but someone did mention. I saw Dean Daffis, but I saw Dean Daffis from afar.
Yeah, I saw Dean. He walked the other way. I think he's a little. He doesn't want to deal with us right now.
I don't think he wanted it. Yeah. I don't know if he saw me or not.
Because he promised he'd come on the podcast when the election was over, and here we are. Like a month after the election.
I haven't reached out to him. I did see him pass by. I don't know if he saw me or not, so I cannot say. But I did see him. I saw Malia
Herman, yes.
Yeah, I did see her. She did say hi.
But Nancy disappeared for a couple hours right before Trump got shot, and then she returned a couple hours afterwards. So for a period of time,
you want a little bit of a tea?
Maybe Nancy had something to do with it.
This is a little bit of a tea. This is a little bit of a tea. Did you hear what happened to Nancy on the 4th of July?
Unfortunately, I was told what happened, and when I watched the video, I had no problem with it. So
I was in DR, and my phone literally blew. That even my mom was like, "What the hell is going on?"
I thought, what, this is Nancy. This is who she is what she does. And I know. Look, I know people are going to say, Lee, you're always defending Nancy. Nancy's a good friend of
Which
mine.
part are we talking about? The part that she brought the politics into this, or the fact that she was a little, allegedly tipsy?
But she was not. She was not. You know,
Are you sure about that? Because a lot of people that were there were like, she was.
I don't know of anybody that drinks on July 4th. Just so you know. So why would she be different? Why would she be different than everybody else?
So do you agree that she had to make that political statement? Because I have close friends that they felt uneasy. They were like, I really didn't need it to hear that. And other people were okay, but they didn't mind it. Other people were annoyed about it.
It's who she is. It's when you run for office, I think you have a right to be yourself.
But didn't we talk about the other day that they should leave the national politics out of this because you're representing everybody? Didn't we mention that the other day?
I tend to think, when you're a local person and you get elected.
Well, we were talking about crime. Like you said, you got to leave the politics out because it can backfire.
You know what I like about Nancy? Nancy doesn't act like too many of these other guys here in town. They act like they're all of a sudden they're not your neighbor.
This is the time where me and Lee were going to have our first fight.
Right, because they're local politicians. I mean, they're still local people, and so many of them, they all of a sudden are politicians. Like Malia Herman, for instance. And Malia, I love you. I'm so happy you won the election because I didn't like the woman you run against because of her what she did with the Kafifa and the whole 9 years. But she wasn't returning text messages from me, even though we were Facebook friends at first. So I finally got angry, and then she started to. You're getting too political. You're still not above the grade where you can't reach out to a neighbor down the street and say, "Hey, man, you know what? It's just best that I concentrate on knocking on doors." But I don't know. They just get too political. Nancy doesn't do that. She still acts like the neighbor next door. As far as the community is concerned, I think she's a good mayor. I hope she's mayor next year. I'm not sure she will be because of the way the Maplewood Township Committee
has changed because she doesn't have the majority vote. So I think my money on the vote is going to be between Deborah Engel or Dean Duffus, who's going to be mayor. Malia's too soon.
You know who I think they ought to make mayor? I think they ought to go back to Vic. If it's not going to be Nancy, go back to Vic. Go back to the experience. I know Dean. But he was
Vic
just
already
mayor.
Had his time.
So did Dean, in theory.
Dean only had one chance.
And then
Vic, how many times have been major? 5, 6? He's been around the block.
I don't know. I get. Look, Maplewood can do what they want, but you know what? If Vic is mayor again, you've got the most experienced mayor in New Jersey.
Well, that's why Vic and Nancy were back Jermaine, because they knew that if Jermaine won, Nancy could be major.
And that's the problem with Maplewood Township, by the way. For those unfamiliar with how this works, so you vote for the township committee, okay, and then the township committee picks amongst themselves the mayor. And so you need a majority of 3 to pick it, obviously out of 5. So it can get a little thorny once you're elected, because you want to be mayor. But he wants to be mayor, so you gotta get a coalition, So anyway, so right now, So as far as I know, it seemingly is Nick, Vic, and Nancy, and then the other 3 seem to be kind of a team right now. So that's where it stands.
Well, it's right there. Deborah and Dean were supporting Malia, so obviously that's a team. And then Kripe and Nancy and Vic were the other team. Well, unfortunately, Kripe is out, so Malia's in. So now Dean and the Deborah. And
so look, Dean's a good mayor. He'll be a good mayor again. But I would like to see Vic be the mayor. I would like him to school some of the nuances of how you do this thing.
I think that his time is out. I think he did wonderful. I don't agree with a lot of things he did. Some might like, but I think his time is out. I think he needs to let the younger folks kick in. I would like to see a Deborah Engel, to be honest.
I'll tell you what, whoever comes into the podcast first, that's who we will endorse for the next mayor. So how about that? But you know what? Actually, what's funny? You put out that poll on SOMA Talks about do we want to see politicians in here, and nobody wants to see us interview politicians. Remember that?
No, that's why I told you that Nancy should have made that politic thing in the 4th of July.
So I have an idea. How about we invite, not the politicians, but we invite their spouses instead to come in? Wouldn't that be more interesting? So
about the spouses.
Maplewood Township Committee would be, they all have husbands except for Vic, right? So we invite the husbands in, and we talk about. So what's Nancy like? What's Vic like? His wife is pretty cool. Hey, what's Dean like? That that's what I think we're going to do. So to you politicians out there.
They might say no, too.
No, I think they're going to say yes because who wouldn't want to diss behind the
I think they might say no because the spells are going to no. I think there's a couple of people that might come in. I think Deborah Engel might come in.
I got a maybe from a husband at Maplewoodstock. So.
Huh?
I got a maybe from a husband at Maplewoodstock.
Who husband?
He said he might do it. He said he might come in.
Deborah Engel's husband?
No, not Deborah Engel's husband. Yeah. I shouldn't say... he said, "I'll think about it." And I said, "Well, don't let her know, because she'll say no."
I know there's a couple of former Board of Ed that are coming on August.
Are they going to come in?
Oh, yeah, they're coming in. Formers Board of Ed. I'm not going to say names right now because I don't want to.
That's a cute tease.
But I will tell you this. These are people that you're going to be like, oh, my God, I really want to hear what they have to say. They're pretty good.
All right, so that's cool. So that's things to look forward to coming up.
Yeah, we got a couple of good ones coming in, and
So back to Paul J. Haley for a second. Now
oh my God,
he leaves the site. He says to me like I'm leaving the site forever. I've had it, and I can't take this anymore. So then I'm like, Paul, come back to the site. We love you. We want you back. Everybody wants you back. And he says, well, I can't handle them deleting my posts. And so now he's back. But I know there are more political posts right now. So was that some type of...
Yeah, we have allowed a little political posts because these are tough times. I mean, Trump is running. Now we're getting a little political. And Biden, we don't know if he's going to stay or not and everything. And I know a lot of people came up to me like, we really want to discuss about neighbors, like, and I understand these are difficult times. I was like, look, I'll let slide some political posts until November. Once the votes are in and we know who's the president, we're back to zero politics. But I understand under the situation, these are tense times. I mean, Trump is running.
All right, so you're watching it, but you're allowing a little bit more.
I'm letting a little bit of free reins a little bit, but me and the moderators and I, we're really on top of it. Like stupid posts about politics, we're deleting.
Right, yeah.
But if it's a major news like Trump got shot or Trump just announced his vice president or Biden said something, then we're allowing it.
Biden made in his pants, allegedly, you're going to delete that type of stuff.
How do you see this going?
Trump has got to kick his ass in November. I mean, this is ridiculous. Democrats, get rid of this guy. Enough's enough. All right, Kamala Harris is sitting there.
Should we tell our listeners where is our political view?
I mean, yeah, I'm a registered Democrat. I voted Republican before. I'm not a left leaning or right leaning. I'm just kind of like the guy that makes the most sense to me.
I'm not registered neither Republican or Democrat. I'm more centrist. But I'm right in the middle. I know that people think I lean more to the Republican. Maybe
they
fiscal,
think that amongst,
but the other socially, I'm more a Democrat.
Yeah, I don't like to pay taxes. Okay, so that makes me Republican, I guess. But yeah, Kamala Harris is 58 years of age. I know with the giggling and she can't say the word salad and she doesn't, and the border is a disaster and they're afraid to prop her up because, they put her in charge of a border that they were unable to control. But she makes so much more sense than this guy. This is ridiculous. This guy, he's done. It's like a baseball player that can't pitch anymore and they keep hitting home runs off of him. You don't keep him on the team.
I feel bad because Biden is running and he knows that his party is not like 100% supporting him. They want him out, and
he's
just standing his ground. Like, no, I don't want to leave, which I understand. I get it. And so I heard someone saying on the news that maybe they're going to do apply the 25th Amendment.
Yeah,
but I don't think they want to hurt him that bad. Do you really want to go down in history like that?
Right,
like,
exactly
don't do
right.
That
and then that crushes their chance. So anyway, but now Trump gets shot. Now all of a sudden he's looking like he's
the savior.
Right, he comes out with a bandage on his ear and crime and guns. If I'm the Democrat, first of all, I'm yelling and screaming. Here's what happens when you have guns. Here's what happens when you have semi-automatic weapons. Here's what happens. Here's what happens. Instead, they don't do that. Instead, they like, we need to turn down the heat. We need to cool the temperature. You know what I mean? That's the wrong message. The Democrats should have been screaming, guns, guns, guns. This is why you got shot. But Biden is going to end up getting bit because the Secret Service blew it and he got shot. That's Biden. That's on Biden. Just like Afghanistan, the pullout is on Biden. Just like, the wars. I mean, the Republicans are just going to bam, bam, bam. You know what I think has
really hurt a lot Biden? It's the border.
Border killed them.
The border, I think the border, because I see the Republicans throw that constantly, the thing about the border, open border, open border, open border. Even the Latinos are like, come on, man, it's just enough. Like, it's all kind of people crossing, like, like people from gangs and rapists and all this. Like, even I've talked to a lot of people in the Latin community, and they're Democrats, and they're like, yeah, we're going to vote for Trump. This is just too much.
Right,
right.
Right.
And I think this really hit. This is really what is biting one of his fault, the open border. That's really going to hit him hard.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And everything being so expensive. That's another one.
Yeah.
Like all my middle class friends, even my rich friends was like, supermarket, I can't. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah,
Infrastructure. How do you say that? The infrastructure. Help me out here. When everything's so expensive, the infrastructure.
Inflation?
Inflation.
Yes.
Inflation.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys. My dictionary is not that.
Inflation is the whole thing's a mess. So but no. Here's my prediction, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Trump is going to win.
Trump is going to win. It's going to be the biggest rout since 1984 when Reagan beat the shit out of Mondale. That's what we're looking at right now.
But a lot of people in SOMA Talks says, well, you don't know, a lot could happen from here in November. Okay, what could actually happen?
Right. Yeah, Biden could step down. That's what can happen.
Okay, but who would step out? Kamala?
Yeah, that's it. That's all they got. And give her a shot. You know what?
Kamala can't go against Trump.
It doesn't seem like she can, but you know what? But
everybody's saying that the new vice president
J.D. Vance.
He's going to eat her alive with the debate. Have you heard him talk? Got to give him to the guy.
He's very media savvy. He's very media savvy.
He conducts himself very well.
Yeah, he does. He's got a good...
I really wanted the other guy.
The best-selling writer and the movie, and he was a Marine, and he made a lot of money.
I haven't seen
and he
the
grew
movie.
up poor, and then and now he's in politics, and he's vice president. So this guy, it's like, it seems like every time he wants to do something.
And he was in jail, summa cum laude, the guy.
Yeah, and so, but look, she's still the vice president of the United States. She's had plenty of practice over the last 4 years speaking in front of people.
I didn't want him to be the vice president for Trump. I wanted the black guy from North Carolina. I forgot his name now.
Tim Scott.
I wanted him, actually.
Yeah, when he did that, I love you, that whole thing. I think that kind of hurt. Remember that when he was said to Trump, "I love you." It sounds.
What? You can't show a little appreciation to the guy?
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know. But apologies to Soma, but it sounded a little gay, if you ask me. But
oh God.
So that's where we stand with the politics. I think.
Yeah.
So what else?
Oh, we got I'm looking forward to the Board of Ed. That the last day for registration is July 29. They closed
to run.
Yeah. So word on the street, Steve Latz. Already is handpicking his candidate. There's a name already been thrown around.
All right.
He already has.
Drum roll, please. Here we do a little drum roll here because Ileana has some breaking news here, perhaps, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think already some people know about it. His name is Paul Stephen.
Paul Stevens.
Yeah, Stephen. STEPHAN for Board of Ed. He's from South.
Oh, so no S. Yeah. Paul Stephen.
Paul Stephen.
Paul Stephen. Okay, never heard of him.
Yeah, Board of Ed.
Right.
Apparently, that's word on the street. He's one of Steve Ladd's candidates. I'm sure there's going to be more than one. I heard there's other candidates rolling around. I was prohibited to talk about it. I don't even know their names, but there are a few names running around. So I believe also that Kwawi and Aaron, it looks like word on the street, they will be running again.
Okay. Yep.
I don't think they're ready. Clearly, they have shut. They are separated from Steve Latz because I think.
So who this guy Steven is? Who? He's a Latz guy.
Steve Latz is the guy. I think last year he was with Kwawi and Aaron.
So do we like Steven? Do we like him, or we don't know yet?
I never like his candidates. I'll be honest with you. I never like his candidates.
More of that.
More of that. I personally don't like his candidates. Yeah. I like the underdog candidates.
Right,
I always go for the underdog.
Yes.
It's because I don't know. People says like, what does Steve has to do with this? I believe someone told me he doesn't even live anymore here. He's been years doesn't live here anymore. But word on the street that he has heavy pocket money, and
Right,
he has some streams around. So I mean, he was campaigning for Cripe and Nancy Adams. I saw him literally campaigning.
Well,
and I'm
Latz
like,
was?
yeah,
All right.
Steve Latz. So
Yeah.
the guy is everywhere. I thought it was only for the Board of Ed, but apparently now he's in the Maple Committee,
All right,
Township
yeah,
Committee
all
too.
right. So he's got to live here. I mean, he can't be that crazy.
No,
you
he
know.
doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
Like
I
he's-
heard he doesn't.
Yeah, but you know what? Board of Ed,
But,
clean
yeah.
up your mess. You guys have been a laughing stock for the last year, and if you don't believe
Well-
me, go ask ABC News. Go ask Fox
Well,
News.
the
Go
Board
ask
of Ed,
CNN.
come on, I'm going to stick with this subject for a minute because the Board of Ed is very important. We are
Yeah.
a total mess, and right now, the majority are with the local group.
Right, yes.
So,
they're
right-
being influenced by local
social group,
justice warriors.
So this is very important right now, and everybody knows how. I was going to use the F-bomb. How messed up this school district is right now, and teachers are not happy. The sun
Teachers are
is
not
wrong.
happy. Right. So we're going to take a quick break for these messages, but we will be right back with the SOMA Talks Podcast.
Boo! Bring on Sha-na-na!
Lux 45, the lifestyle boutique, has been a destination for created collections of elevated, ready-to-wear, and at-leisure clothing, accessories, and gifts in the heart of downtown Maplewood. Joe Merman, who owns this amazing local boutique, will give you 15% off. That's 15% off by mentioning this SOMA Talks podcast. 15% off. Lux 45, 163 Maplewood Avenue for the finest accessories, the finest clothing. Ladies, I guarantee you're going to look great. Come visit, stop off, say hi to Jill, get your discount, buy everything you could possibly want to have for the summer, for the fall. You're going to look great. I bring my wife there. She looks better than ever when we leave. I guarantee it. Welcome back to the SOMA Talks Podcast with Lee Navlin and Ileana Castillo. Ileana, we were talking about the Board of Ed. Now, you've got you had some breaking news about a new potential candidate, and you have some other information there.
It's already out there. I mean, if I know about it, I'm sure already a lot of people know about it. But his name is. Do you know who he is, by the way?
I don't know who.
Paul Stephen. I saw that we have some friends in common. Most of them are from the Board of Ed, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I don't know anybody on the Board of Ed. I know everybody on the Township Committee and South Orange Board of Trustees.
Knowing like in personal or just
I don't know them. I don't know. They just don't seem to be like kind of running in my circles. So whatever. But
none of them work in my circle either. But you'd like some of them, like
Yeah, no, they Malaspina, by the way, but she's not on the board, right? She
I know Malaspina.
Yeah.
I like Caitlin a lot. I really do love the girl. I who's grown in me a little bit? Adam Vadlamani. I think that's how you say it. He's grown a little bit on me. He's been really nice. At least he doesn't give me the run around or don't want to talk to me or like stay away from me. No, he comes up to me and we have a really nice conversation, everything as it should be. So, Aaron.
Why doesn't Madhu Pai run again?
I would love Madhu Pai to run again.
She was like the genius, like on that board of Ed, right?
Madhu Pai is smart, man.
Yeah, why don't she run again? Madhu, enough's enough. You're running. She's got a few weeks.
Madhu Pai is done with it.
I am announcing here on the SOMA Talks podcast that Madhu Pai will be throwing her hat in the ring. I will be paying for her campaign personally. I'm lying about that.
No, but I really want people to pay attention to this.
By the way, her husband said hello to me at the.
I saw her husband too.
And he actually gave a shout out to the podcast.
Oh, he listened to us?
Yes, he did. Yes. So, anyway, that's why so this was just my way of shouting back out.
Back at him. No, I really want I want people to really focus on these candidates. There's going to be several candidates, and pay attention which person is behind whose candidate or which group is behind each candidate. For the record, SOMA Talk does not represent any candidates or behind. We might say who we like, who we might vote for, but everybody's an individual in our group. There's other groups that do stand behind certain candidates.
Well, I disagree. I've decided that when you and I make a decision here on the podcast, everybody who listens to it has to vote the way we tell them. Yes, or they can't listen
but
anymore.
what do you have a different candidate from what I like?
The Board of Ed, like I said, I'm not that familiar with any of them. But yeah, maybe Jermaine Cripe should run for the Board of Ed now.
No, I think she might run. My opinion,
maybe,
I think she might run again for Township Committee. I could see her running
as an
again.
independent or something, or
probably,
just next year.
Next year for Maplewood, yeah, and she might win. She might win.
She might. By the way, back to Maplewoodstock. Sorry to be bouncing around like this, but like I said, we haven't done this together in a few weeks. I did not see the Soma for Palestine people marching.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I didn't see any negative vibes.
Oh, thank God.
I didn't see any political group. I saw some people hanging on some shit about socialism or some nonsense, but they seem like nice enough people. But yeah, I didn't see any of the
me neither.
Any of the groups that are that are disparaging to the community.
Thank God.
Yeah. So I wonder why. I wonder why they wouldn't think to go to Maplewoodstock. Maybe they just, I don't know if the people running Maplewoodstock made it very clear to them. Obviously, we're not selling you a booth. But
I don't know about that. Well, they don't sell that kind of booth. I mean, they're more for food, for the food court, and art vendors.
Well, years ago they gave Paul Sorvell, who's on the SOMA Talks site, he's a Be About Peace guy. Remember Paul? Nice enough guy when you meet him, but when he writes on the sites, he could be a little extreme. But I don't mind. But anyway, he had a booth, I guess, years ago, and he just sat there, Be About Peace, and he was like anti whoever the hell was going on back then, Iraq probably. But so I know they said no more of that. But still, though, I was surprised they weren't marching because they May Day, weren't they marching down the street, with their Palestinian flags and that whole thing? But that wasn't going on Maplewoodstock. That was nice to see. It was nice to see. It was a non-political, relaxing.
As it should be.
Yeah,
People are there to relax, to get away from all the things.
Yeah, except for my wife.
A break.
Yeah, my wife was the only thing that was not relaxed at that.
Hey, Maplewoodstock is not for everyone. I know a lot of people that say it's not for me. Like they come visit, walk around for an hour, and then leave.
Yeah.
Other people are hardcore. They'll go there early and stay until the night, until 11 or 12.
No, it's crazy. Yeah, so Forget Jones, they were good. The Sunday night they had the guy was a jam country guy. I forgot his name. He seemed pretty good. People were dancing at the front of the stage.
There was a lot of people drunk, man.
Yeah. You see a lot of. By the way, so Maplewoodstock. So somebody offers us mushrooms. My wife and I. So I've got to
really.
Tell you, so we're at the beer garden. He's like, hey, you guys want some mushrooms? So my wife is like, yeah, I want mushrooms. I want to do mushrooms, and I want to run into PTA parents on mushrooms. I want to run into friends of my kids, the parents. And something. So anyway, we were not allowed to do mushrooms, but apparently that was going around a little bit too.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's like kind of weird. Like some guy's got like his kid on his shoulders. Like I'm on mushrooms.
To be fair, I did smell a lot of pot. There was a lot of a lot of people were saying they were from Columbia High School. They were at there were a bunch of them. Yeah. And when I was walking by, I was like, oh my God, it hit me. And the guy was like, breathe it in. And I'm like, dude, I'm dealing with kids. I can't get high.
Yes.
But there was a really strong pot.
Yeah. Brought to you by the Cannabis Lady.
Cannabis Lady. But, we'll get into her in a minute.
Yeah.
But there was hey, it's Maplewoodstock, I guess. But there was a lot of drunk people, man. Oh my God. Ooh.
So talking about the Cannabis Lady. So yes, she is our new sponsor. This is our first week sponsor. We did have her on the show a few weeks back.
She was like our third episode, I believe.
Yeah, she was great. She was funny. She was charming. Very attractive too, by the way. Jill. But she now, how did you? How did that conversation? Talk a little bit about how we got the Cannabis Lady who sells some wonderful products. How did we wind up being so lucky?
I don't know. I guess she reached out to me that she wanted to talk about about her
her products,
her
store.
products and everything. And I was like, sure. And I asked you, like, hey, we should invite her. And we had a really wonderful time with her.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
And
she was very informative. She's very careful when you go into visit her operation, just to find out what it is you need. Making sure that you're buying the right product. Are you having trouble sleeping? Do you want to just laugh? You know, so you go in there and it's like a doctor's appointment. She really spends time focusing on your needs and the product that can deliver what you're looking for.
There's two things I like about Cannabis Lady. It's that one, she's very passionate in her work line. She really is passionate about what she does. And two, she's very involved in a lot of things with the community.
Yes.
She was one of the sponsors for Maplewoodstock.
Okay, yeah.
She was one of them. She's everywhere. She sponsors the girls' night out. Like the girl is everywhere. I gotta give her that. And I like to help people like that, small business that are very involved with the community. I think we have to support those kind of business.
Sure.
And she is definitely one of them. And she wanted to be one of our big sponsors. And yes, now we have the Cannabis Lady as one of our big sponsors. Awesome. And just so everybody know, if you want to shop at her store, if you mention SOMA Talks Podcast, she will offer you a 20% off discount until September 30. And if
20% discount off on all products until September.
Yeah, until September 30. If you mention the SOMA Talks Podcast. Okay. Also, you get a free Camino gummies when you spend $100 while supplies last.
Okay, look at that. All right.
She also says that we cater to those with a refined taste and believe that cannabis can transform life into elevated experience when properly used. The plant's healing benefits, bringing happiness while reducing inflammation, anxiety, pain, and many other symptoms. I have to say, I have trouble sleeping, and I'm sure a lot of people have trouble sleeping, and she recommended me this little pen. Dude, I kid you not.
Like an oil type of thing?
It's a kind of little small, it's a really thin pen.
Yeah.
And when I have 2 or 3 puffs, in 10 minutes, I'm knocked out, and I wake up so well. And I took it with me to
so it's for sleep in this case.
Yeah, this one is for sleep.
All right, interesting.
I took it back to DR, and I guess my mom has trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
She told me to leave it to her. She told me to leave her the pen, and she wants me to buy it.
You can bring it on an airplane, whatever.
I put it in my luggage in the back. I didn't
drug enforcement agencies like.
No, I put it on my luggage in the back.
Right.
And I left it to my mom. Now my mom wants me to buy her another one.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, you buy me another one?" I was like, "Sure." So I got to go back and buy one for myself and one for my mom. I don't know how I'm gonna send that to DR, but I gotta tell you, those little sleepy things really work.
Yeah. Did they have ones that keep you up? Like it's probably got stuff like that too. Like if you want to smoke it and
I think they do, but those are another kind of.
Yeah, I gotta start smoking more. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna become like a pot.
I'm not a pot smoker. I'm not into that.
But I think I'm making an announcement here that I think I'm going to officially begin smoking pot regularly today. So. So Paul J. Haley be like on SOMA Talks being like, oh, Lee's obviously high again. Look what he wrote. Paul.
That would be funny if we come high and do a podcast.
Right. Yeah, we should. Yeah, the Cannabis Lady, but she'll give us advice on, she'll sit here and say, okay, now you're feeling a little gravity. Now you're feeling a little, and you get like a professional guidance on how we handle it.
I know.
Yeah. So what else?
We have another topic.
What's the topic?
In SOMA Talks Podcast, someone has made a post about
SOMA Talks on the on the
site. Group. Yes. And I guess a lot of people know this as well. There's been an increase of robbery in Maplewood.
Yeah.
And we're going to see if we can bring someone from the Maplewood Police Department to talk about it, because a lot of people are kind of.
Oh, by the way, Goldberg just posted this 31 minutes ago about Stanley. I guess so. Is that his name? No, the guy. The guy we just Paul Stephen, yeah. So Village Green, so it's official.
Oh, Village Green made it official.
Yeah, 35
already?
minutes ago, I think Village Green posted it. So Village Green, probably breaking news from SOMA Talks Podcast. No, actually, we're not live, so yeah, Village Green beat us to it. So anyway, the Village Green has announced that former educator and current Maplewood Democratic District Leader Paul Stephen has announced his candidacy for a seat on the South Orange Maplewood Board of Education today. That's November 5th, 9-person BOE, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
Anyway, good job, Mary Man. Good job, as always.
I was going to post it yesterday in our group, but I was like, nah, I don't think no one's going to post it around it right now. I thought Maplewood Village Green, we're going to leave it for another day. But I found out about it yesterday afternoon. Someone sent me the link. So now it's official. Now it's already online about this new candidate. A thing. But going back to the increase of robbery, let's see if we can bring someone from the Maplewood Police Department to talk about that, because it looks like there's an area that is getting very hit heavily. Some people are arguing it's not that heavy. Some people say, yes, it is. And I'm seeing constantly these press releases from the Maplewood Police Department. This car got this car was that. Like, it seems
Ileana,
like...
we had conversation recently with a former auxiliary police officer who we might have on the show.
Yes.
And he told me that their job specifically was to just basically drive the community, check out, just making sure nothing looked out of order. And they took that away because
that was the most stupidest thing I think they did that.
Free trained police officers whose job was just basically to drive around and make sure that, you know, your street was fine. There was nobody breaking into your car, nobody breaking into your house, a trunk wasn't open, and they removed this.
You know who was behind all that.
Yeah, I know the group. Yeah, again, these social justice groups. Sometimes they come in, like the Community Coalition on Race, and they try to do the right thing. Other times, some of these groups, they come in and they demand an agenda, and this was the wrong thing to do. I understand we were all
There were like how many auxiliary police? There were like 20 of them.
And they were trained. And
they were trained, and it is a volunteer. It wasn't costing anybody money.
It saved, you know, houses being broken into, cars being broken into, people being mugged.
It was more cops out there.
Right.
But no, these groups got to come and have a word, and then if you don't do what they say, then there's a problem, and there we go. Now we have no auxiliary cops.
Right. So was there a specific break in here that you were talking about?
No, there's no specific breaks.
I know it's been going to Hilton District is really starting to get hit.
It seems like that's the one that is hitting a lot, and people want to hear what's the statistic about that. And maybe there's other area in Maplewood that they're getting like, you know, hard. And I've seen a lot of people complaining, like, someone tried to open this window, someone tried to go into this car. Like, it looks like there's a little bit. It has. All right. So, Ileana, we have just a few minutes before we need to wrap up. So I'm going to take a picture of you because you look so beautiful today. No, I have no makeup on.
I'd like to post it on SOMA Talks for everyone to see what I'm talking about.
I have no makeup on.
Who needs makeup yet?
I do.
I could take a picture of you from behind. How about that?
Oh, God. Hey, you could take a care of my curls. My curls are on point.
Your
that
hair
you
looks very nice. Yeah, the nice outfit. Look at that. Look at you.
You know that a lot of people are waiting for this podcast. People been texting me, when is the next one? When's the next one? Next one. It's like, yo, dude, come down.
I know. It's like you right.
They love us.
They do. We've had over 3,000 hits since we've.
You know what? There was a lot of people that came up to my tent and they were like, you know what? I don't know you guys, but I want to hear that. I hear your podcast. I was like, oh, it's always lovely to see people that listen to us that we don't know them.
Right. Yeah.
I think they like me more than you.
I wonder if this one they're going to be like, there was no guest. So as a result of that, I didn't listen. I mean, we'll probably get a few
they
of
like
those.
the gossip?
Yeah, we try.
Or the hottest topics.
Hottest topics, the juicy, as you like to call it, the juicy. This is juicy. I like when you write that. This is juicy. You gotta check it out.
Juicy.
Yeah,
I know.
So we are just about out of time, Ileana. So is there anything we need to...
No, next week we'll have some guests. I'm sure we're going to come with some juicy guests too.
Yes, we'll work on that. I'm just looking on the SOMA Talks page right now to see if anything just broke.
No, Paul probably
did you see this? Dave Hellcamp, Ileana bravely posting as a local Dem.
I know. Yeah, I like my Democrats to post in SOMA Talk. We're not that bad as people paint us.
Yeah, no. So anyway, they love you, Ileana.
Yeah.
You are Maplewood's favorite or Soma's favorite minority woman. Yes, you are. I think we all can agree on that, right? That's Ileana Castillo, ladies and
I don't know
gentlemen.
about that, but
Yeah, so the prettiest minority woman. Oh, how about majority woman as well? You are.
no.
How about that? Maplewoods, South Orange, prettiest woman of all time, Ileana Castillo.
No, don't believe that, guys. No. Hey, I can see the wrinkles start to get it thinking about Botox.
You know what? The older you get, the prettier you become. So, and I'm sure everybody out there agrees, except for Paul J. Haley, who just sent me a note, by the way. One of his posts has been removed from the.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he writes here, who removed it and why? So that's what he wants to know. Yeah. He goes, if it's Russell, then I want to make a formal complaint.
He said that? Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, so,
oh my God.
Anyway,
Poor Paul.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Russell. Yeah, so, but anyway, Paul, we love you. We're going to have Paul J. Haley back on the show soon.
At some point, we'll have him back.
Yeah, we'll have him back.
We have a lot of guests coming on in August, so we won't promise him.
Yeah.
We got some really good.
Yeah, and if you want to come on the podcast, send us a note as to why you want to be on. And look, we're trying to be selective. We want to. People like gossip, but they also like politics, and they also like Board of Ed stuff. So if you got to, we're doing the best we can here. Because I know please have me on. I got this great collection and whatnot, and I love you guys, but sometimes we're just, we're doing the best we can.
Yeah, we're doing our best we can. That is so true. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for now. We will be back next week. Right, next week with another SOMA Talks podcast. So, Ileana, have a good one.
All right. Bye, guys.